Passionate protectors, yes, this is not a normal video for us, for Protect Your Children Incorporated. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit organization based down here in Tampa, Florida. So we're not going to pick a side with this voting issue, but we are going to tell you to get out there and vote. Look at the issues, look at your heart, and get out there. It makes a difference, okay? We have one party out there that wants to wipe out as many kids as possible. We got one party out there that's keeping a border open, and tons of unaccompanied minors are coming across the border. They're disappearing into trafficking. We've got another side of the government that's at least proposing family values and protecting our kids. Listen, you got to make a choice. Don't sit this one out. If you don't think that your vote counts, it does. Right? We are on the side of keeping kids safe and protecting children. That's what we want. Are there problems on both sides of the government? Yes, there is. Are there people that aren't doing as much as needs to be done on the Republican side and Democrat side? Yes, there is. But all we can do, and God is our witness, is look at what we know, what we've seen, what we've been told, and make the vote based upon that. If that person turns out to do something horrendous, that is not on your conscience, okay? You voted with the education, the knowledge that you have. So don't sit there and go, well, I don't want to vote for somebody because what if they end up screwing up and then I'm going to be responsible. No, you're not. Unless you know somebody's going to do something wrong, like want to abort more beautiful, precious children, and then you vote for that, yeah, you're responsible. But too many people of faith and too many people that care about family values, that care about our children, sat out the last election. And the last election was decided by, I believe, 32,000 votes. And now you got to ask yourself, look at how things have been the last, we'll just leave it at that. Are you better off now than you were? Do you think our kids are safer now than they were before? Do you have more money now than you did before? I mean, these are the questions that we have to ask ourselves. Do you think our country is stronger now than it was before? Now, we've had a pretty intense 4 years. We've had the whole woke agenda. We've had the weakening of our nation's values. We've got wars breaking out around the world. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. Our focus as a not-for-profit that protects kids is to point out the danger that our kids are in, right? Now, we know that it's not totally up to the government to keep your kids safe, right? The first line of defense is you parents, you guardians, okay? But we do also know that there is one political party that really is not giving a crap at all, and they're very open about it. And if you had to ask us to pick a side on which one we thought is going to help protect our kids more and protect the values that we instill in our kids, you thought I was going to pick a side, didn't you? But these are the things that you have to ask yourself. You have to ask yourself these important questions. The reason why we're not coming out and saying as an organization who we're voting for is, well, because we can't. We're a 501c3 not-for-profit. We have tax-exempt status. So we're not going to tell you who you should vote for. But we're going to tell you that you need to really think this through. And just because you cast a vote for somebody, it's not like you're sending them a love letter, okay? Some people say it's the worst of two evils. Well, let's look at the evil that we know. All right, we got one political party that has abortion vans sitting in the parking lot when people come to rallies. Okay, so people can get abortions on demand. You got one party that doesn't have that. You have one party that's trying to twist our kids' minds and fill their heads with all this stuff when they're in kindergarten, right? To screw up their whole sexual identity. You got one party that's not doing that. You got one party that wants to raise taxes so you have less money to spend on your kids and take care of them. We got another party who wants to keep the taxes where they're at or even give us more tax cuts. I mean, these are issues that we have to look at. So I want to encourage you to get out there and vote. Don't sit this one out. Do we know 100% how it's going to go? No, we don't. But if you sit back and do nothing, and things go in the wrong direction, we're going to be held accountable for that. I really truly believe that. Whether it's here or after, we'll be held accountable for that. So anyway, short message right there. I want to encourage you to visit our website, protectyourchildren.org, protectyourchildren.org. Tons of education, protection, awareness to keep your kids safe from online and community predators. We look forward to being live with you this coming Saturday night at 8 p.m. on all of our social media. We'll be updating you throughout the week. But please, get out there and vote. It does make a difference. Listen, we just can't bury our heads and pretend like it's going to be fine if we don't stand up and do something. So please get out there and vote. It's a right. And it's a biblical mandate too for the believers out there. If you really quick, if you look at all the issues that happened in the scriptures when it came to governments, Babylon, Rome, Egypt, Persia, okay, anybody who knows their scriptures, those were all governments that were, instilled. So politics it's in our faces and it's in our lives, no matter if you want to look at it or not. What these politicians do affects our lives. It affects your kids. And if we sit back and just not partake and say, well, I'm just going to go ignore it because it's not that important, and things continue to get worse, then who's at fault? Then who is responsible? You and me. So we need to get out there and vote, do our civic duty, make the best decision that we can based upon the information that we have, and let the Lord take care of the rest. All right, anyway, thank you for letting me rant. I hope you guys are having an okay time out there, staying safe and keeping your kids safe. Being nosy is important. Got to keep your kids safe. Be nosy in their phones. Know what they're doing online. Know who they're talking to. Know who they're spending time with. You can't let your guard down. So anyway, thanks for listening. This is Chris with Protect Your Children Incorporated, telling you to stay safe and keep protecting. Thanks, and God bless.